Yo, what's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing today? Before we get into today's video, be sure to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with the RB Battle / Ready Player 2 event. I also love to post any kind of Roblox content that includes any of the games such as Islands, Jailbreak, and Tower of Hell. So, without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Alright, so for those of you who do not know how to get this hat right here, this is going to be a very important part of the event. Now, for those of you who do not know how to get it, you have to play this game called A Mysterious Place. You don't have to do anything specific, just simply join the game. As you can see, it's a freebie. You just join the game and you will be able to unlock this hat and an exclusive t-shirt that says Ready Player 2. I will link this game in the description so you guys can go ahead and claim your free hat, because this is a very important part of the Ready Player 2 / RB Battles event. Now, I've seen Creekcraft live stream, and I noticed something while he was live streaming. If you look very closely into the hat, you are able to see a line of code. Now, what I think this is Morse code, because it consists of dots and dashes. And dots and dashes are a way of representing Morse code. Morse code was used for communication back in the 1900s, and it was very important. Now, what I think this is we have to get all this Morse code and we have to put it together to create a bigger code for a game called the Finale. Now, if you go over here, I will leave this game in the description as well. If we go into the Finale game and we press play, I'm going to show you, while this is loading, I'm going to show you something else. We could translate the Morse code using this Morse code translator. For example, if we see a dot, dash, dot, dot, then that means it's an L. So we could make a code out of that. Now, when you load into this Finale game, you will see many statues. And right to the left of those statues is where you're going to want to turn. Now you're going to turn. This book is also very important. It has the number 7 on it. That seems to be a very consistent number in this event. Look, 777, 7777. There's a 7 on the book. Go ahead and collect that. We do not know what it does yet. Now, if you go right to this bookshelf, you'll see there's a little rectangle that's a different shade of gray. You could jump through that. This right over here, I believe, is going to be a kind of like a code. So, for example, you have to come up with a certain code. For example, it could be like a pink, green, or like any color. We're going to have to come up with a code for this, which is then going to bring us to the next clue. Now, if you jump over that, you'll see a little chicken that was part of the Ready Player 1 event back 2 years ago. Now, guys, what I believe this is, if you click on it, you could type a code here. And if you look under the hat, as I described earlier, you will see Morse code. Now, what I think we have to do is we have to translate this Morse code to create a code which we then enter into the chicken man, and then we could come up with our next clue. I think that is going to be a very important part. I already tried this code. It did not work. I will show you really quickly. If we try over here, 1523, it does not work. Nothing happens. So what I do believe, though, is that we have to translate this Morse code into a code and enter it into the chicken. Now, I might try and translate it. It'll be a really long time, but I might try and translate it just so that you guys can see if it works or not. But I do believe that this is a huge clue in the brand new Roblox event. Now, the last little clue that I have is all the way down here. The doors will open November 20th. Now that means on November 20th, the doors will open to a brand new clue, meaning this event might take multiple months to complete, which is honestly going to be very long. It would be a very cool event. Now, one last thing. As I said before, the number 7 seems to be very consistent in this whole event. Now, I'm going to show you really quickly something that I saw Creekcraft do. Now, if you go over here and look up what does 777 mean, look what it says. It says all of this But what it also means is that we're getting led to the right path. So that means that every time we see a number 7, for example, these two 7s, and we see the Morse code, then we go over here and we see more 7s, and then the book says a 7, it means that we're being led towards the right path. Now, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope I gave you guys any sort of clue to the event. If I did and you somehow figure out how to translate this Morse code and it does end up working, be sure to let me know in the comments. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Goodbye.